What is going on, guys? FMU here, welcome back. So today we got a little bit of something different for you. Just going to give you a quick little sort of run through as to what it is. So a couple of years back I did like a mockumentary thing about Luxembourg and it went down quite well. I was the national team manager and I went through and we did quite well, but I kind of did it a bit too late for FM. I think it was 14, and then the next one came out and it kind of just got stopped bang dead in the water. So I decided, okay, let's do another one, but it's going to be a little bit differently done this time. This first video is going to be the first couple of qualifying games that we take over for the European Championships, and the second one's going to be the final couple of games, and then maybe some friendlies, and we're going to basically do a little bit of an in-depth look at the national team, the players, some of the young players coming through. There'll be a youth intake done by the time the matches are out of the way, so we can have a look at some of the young players that'll come through, which will be pretty awesome, I reckon. And then going forwards from there, we're going to leave it for a while, gauge what the thoughts of you guys are as to the series and the idea. Just so you know, the first episode isn't massively in depth, it's just kind of getting the games out of the way and just going through a little bit of an introduction to the Luxembourg team and all that sort of guff, and there's some interviews with me as manager. Now people might start commenting saying, oh the green screen's fucked up, man, the green screen's fucked up, but it's not. It's meant to be that way. We're doing this, you know, it's a local news interview. Basically the premise is I'm at home still, I've not gone to Luxembourg yet, and they're basically doing an interview with me via Skype, and it's a crappy link, so there's a little bit of fuzziness around, and they've kind of had to knot together a little bit of green screen sort of technology to take out the background and put Luxembourg in the background. So that's the reasoning behind it. The audio's a little bit funny because the connection link, so it's all done on purpose before you start bitching and whinging, those people who don't really support the channel. I know you watch. So that's the reason behind that. And then obviously there's radio interviews over graphics, which are me basically, I've been asked a question, I'm just sort of babbling on about it while there's some graphics on the screen, whether it be the goal scorers for the match and stuff like that. So hopefully you'll find it a little bit interesting. It's a little bit different. It kind of cuts out, not that there's much guff in FM as far as I'm concerned. I love every bit of FM, but some people don't like seeing you sit there going, this is that, this is the other, blah, 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 blah. So it kind of cuts that out, brings a new dimension to it. I do some commentary in it, like as if I'm somebody else. When I'm asking the questions to me, I am the interviewer, if that ever comes up. I don't think it does in the first. Oh no, it does in the first video. You'll love my little mumbled foreign language that's sort of really quiet, and the subtitle across the bottom as to what the question is. I was quite pleased with that. I thought it was pretty funny. And then, you know, it's like when I'm doing the voiceover of what's gone on, I'm a separate person, so it's kind of a bit kinky role play, I guess, in a way, a bit weird. But yeah, so that's the whole idea from it, guys. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy the difference in contrast between the quality of the local TV interview, and there's a little homemade video at the beginning that somebody from Luxembourg recorded. I asked them for their permission to use clips of it on this, and they very kindly agreed, which is pretty awesome. So thank you to them for that. They said they probably won't watch the video, the bastards, but anyway, they were so kind enough to let me do that. That was great for them, from them even. So yeah, enjoy. If you enjoy it, please hit the like button. Let's stomp out the hatred and feel the love. I can't believe I just fucking did that. Look at me, boy, always ain't Gareth Bale. So that was terrible. I'm sorry people of Wales. But yeah, anyway, I've had a lot of caffeine, so I'm babbling on like a dickhead, so please enjoy. Luxembourg is a tiny European country bordered with Belgium, France and Germany, with a population of just over 543,000. It's a very rural country, known for its forests, rivers and valleys. The rocky gorges of the eastern Molerthal region earn the nickname of Little Switzerland. Its capital, Luxembourg City, is famed for its fortified medieval old town perches on sheer cliffs. Looked upon as an easy 3 points for most European countries for European and World Cup qualifications, Luxembourg are very often overlooked in every state of the footballing world, from their domestic game to their national side. In 2015, the appointment of Paul Howarth as national team manager sparked a bit of a revival in interest in the small country, so we decided to go along and follow him on his journey as he looked to turn Luxembourg from whipping boys into wonders. I think first and foremost we need to become more competitive in games. From what I've watched so far, we seem very lax at the back. Obviously, due to the nature of the domestic game in Luxembourg, the players have to go elsewhere, and it's difficult for them to get that continuity together, and the differing levels between one player at the back to the other, and to be honest with you, throughout the team is massive. You get one guy who plays in the Bundesliga in Germany, then you get one guy who plays in the fourth tier of English football. It's difficult to get the continuity of the team, but we need to improve the mental attributes of the players so that they can understand that going forwards, no matter who or where you play, who you are, where you play, or who you play for, when you put on that Luxembourg shirt, you are a Luxembourg ambassador, and they're all equal. And if they're playing alongside a man who's won a Champions League with, say, Bayern Munich, then the person next to them is equally as good and could equally go on and win the Champions League with Bayern Munich. That's the kind of mentality we need to get these players into going forwards. To be honest with you, the remit for the job was to be competitive. Basically not get outclassed too much, but I feel we can do better than that. I think if we can put a system in place, get a game plan, a philosophy in place that can maybe catch teams out, and we can build on it, then that's something that we're going to be looking to do. Going forwards, we want to speak to the clubs in Luxembourg about development of young players, because we feel that something needs to be done there to help move the game forwards in Luxembourg, and it will obviously not even just with me, but going forwards it will benefit massively the national game and the league structure, to be honest. Why Luxembourg? I'd like to say there was some undying passion to come and manage here, but it was a case of this was the role that came up and it interested me. It was something that I thought I could really sink my teeth into and really crack on with. And a lot of people making a big deal about the fact that I've never managed a club before, let alone a nation. But I believe that with the knowledge I've built up from studying the game and the coaching badges and what, going forwards, what future badges I'm going to learn whilst I'm here, and techniques and stuff I'm going to learn from the other staff. You're constantly learning at this level, so at any level, to be honest. So that is something that we're going to be looking forward to, myself included and my staff, going through this period of change. And basically just excitement is one of the main key factors that brought me into this role. The excitement of what we could achieve from where we are now. No problem. Thank you very much. Thanks. Okay. We feel that we can compete to a degree where we need to get those first goals and, that first point on the board. And it's going to be difficult against Slovakia, there's no doubts about it. But we have to remain confident. We have to do better. I know we're not the biggest of nations, we're not the best of nations, but we do have to do much better. And I believe we can do, given the right application and the right philosophy and going about it, we will do. We want to try and entertain people, even if we lose, we want to be entertaining in defeat. So we want to play a bit more expansive passing football, and create better chances. So going forwards, we'll have a little look. I've had a look at the players that are available to us. We've got some very good players, to be fair. A couple of players that play in the top flights of divisions, some young players coming through that are playing in France and Portugal and Germany. So we got the players there to do it. It's just a case of, like I say, pulling them together, slapping them around the face and sort of saying, look, we can do this, we can get that point. And then when we get that point, we can get that next point or next 3 points and take it from there. It's that old football cliche, basically, of taking every game as it comes, and you're only as good as your last performance. Our last performance was woeful, so we're only as good as that. But with the application in training, the right tactics, the right mentality, we can be, next time we could be saying we're as good as the Slovakia game, and we could have a point on the board, or hell no, who knows, even 3 points. That's the way we've got to look at it. We've got to go into every game in the mentality that by the time we go into the next game, we're going to be looking back thinking, let's build on that point or 3 points, or let's build on that narrow defeat, but good performance. It's what we're going to do. Nobody's saying we're going to come in here, click our fingers, and we're going to start beating teams, and we're not going to concede a lot of goals, because Rome wasn't built in a day. Luxembourg can't be fortified in a game. It's as simple as that. But we'll try our best, and we'll go forwards, and we'll do our best. And if the fans stick with us, the country, the nation sticks with us, we'll give them something to cheer going forwards. I guarantee them that. I promise them that better things are coming.
So Paul Harf approached his opening game as Luxembourg manager against Slovakia. He brought in a couple of players that had never played before. David Saido, a Portuguese midfielder. Mika Pinto, a Portuguese-born defender, also came in. However, Anthony Morris, the goalkeeper, missed out through injury. Many people raised eyebrows at the fact that Harf had brought in 2 unknown players born in a different country, but their eligibility for Luxembourg and their keenness to play delighted Harf as he selected his first squad. So today we have a game between Luxembourg and Slovakia for you in the Group C of the Europa 2016 qualifiers. Joachim leaves the way with Luisi and Salcido. Salcido making his debut. Born in Portugal he was. Here comes Slovakia. It's coming. Oh, it's a goal! Fabry, 2 minutes on the clock. Early doors, and Luxembourg find themselves a goal down. Poor defensive movement there from Luxembourg. Weiss sends it in, and there's Stock, whose efforts blocked, but Fabry's there. Goalkeeper left in no man's land, and it is 1-0 to the visitors. Here's Luxembourg, but it's cleared away now. Cook is flying forwards here. Oh, here comes Fabry. He's played him in. Oh, Hamsik's effort brilliantly saved by Joubert, but the danger is not gone. Here comes the cover for Stock. Here goes the header. Oh! I think Forbear would have had that covered there. But here's Lance. He's played it back now. Pereira knocking it around well here, Luxembourg. Here's Bastos, the former Bolton player. Here's Jans. Joachim, the Burton striker. Pereira. Here's Bastos. Joachim! Close for the main man there, Joachim. Forward comes Slovakia. Here's Stock. Bit of trickery. He's beaten his man, but it's straight into the hands of Joubert. Joubert sends the ball forwards. Slovakia really playing well at the moment. Here's Fabry. The ball sent in. It's come out though. Here's Salcido. He'll run at them. Here he comes. Still on the ball. Takes it out. Oh, he's kept it in there. Nice ball to... Here's Gerson. Here's Joachim now. Still Joachim. Pereira. Out to Pinto. Oh, Pinto's lost the ball there. He's chased it down. He's managed to force the mistake. Here's Jans. Gerson now. Here's Saido. Still David Saido. Oh my goodness, what's happened there? Saido's effort's gone through the goalkeeper's legs and he scored on his debut. The Portuguese-born player has scored on his debut from distance, nutmegging the goalkeeper. An absolutely horrendous mistake from the goalkeeper. I can only assume he slipped over there. What a poor bit of goalkeeping, but Salcido and Luxembourg will not mind. Forward come Luxembourg again now. Here's Joachim. He's played it into Jans. Knocking it around well now, confidently. Salcido, beautiful ball to Joachim. Joachim's come down now. Slovakia mounting a bit of a momentous comeback here. Stock. Here's Fabry, the goal scorer. Hamsik, boos from the crowd, ring out. Here's Stock. This is dangerous now. Stock plays it in. Oh, he's at the post. Fabry has hit I think it was the angle of post and crossbar. In comes the corner. Oh, it's a goal. Substitute Payala scored literally with his first touch of the ball. Fantastic stuff from Luxembourg there. They're leading. Fantastic header across from Shanot. The ball comes to Payal and he just slots it home past the stranded goalkeeper. Ball coming forward now. Luxembourg really in their stride. Here's Bastos to Pereira. Back to Bastos. Going to play it across field to Saicedo now. Here comes Saicedo. Oh, a bit of a mix up there, but they've still got the ball. Jans. Pereira here. He's played out to Pinto. This could be dangerous for Luxembourg. Oh, no. Weiss takes it off Pinto there. Poor from Pinto. Here's Fabry. Oh, that's a shocking challenge from Maxim Shanot. An absolutely shocking challenge. And I think the referee's reaching for his back pocket. He is. And it's a red card. Shanot has gone. A stupid challenge from the man there, has to be said. And Luxembourg down to 10. Saicedo's dispossessed now. Luxembourg struggling to cope. Here's Fabry. It's come across and they're stuck. He's equalised for Slovakia. It's been coming since they dropped down to 10 men. And that's 2 apiece. Look at this here. Fantastic move. Great run on there and a great ball across. Poor defensively there. Could have cut it out, but Stock was at the far post to slot it home. The keeper didn't stand a chance. 2-2. And that's it, folks. It's finished 2 apiece. I thought today, we said we had to give them purpose. We said we had to give them that belief that they could do it today. And they've got their first 2 goals of the campaign. The first one, albeit very, very, very fortuitously, but they've got that first goal and it's given them the belief. They've gone on. Payal's come straight off the bench and scored the second. We were looking like we could go on and win it. And me and Nay were saying, if we can hold this, if we can hold our line, hold our discipline, we can get through this. And then, Maxim Shanot goes and makes a challenge that doesn't belong on a football pitch, to be honest. A deserved straight red card. I've told him how stupid it was. He knows how stupid it was. He's apologised to the rest of the lads after the game, and deservedly so. This now means that we're going to be without one of our best players for the next game defensively, and possibly going forwards, because I can't be putting up with players that don't follow the plan and go a bit maverick on us like he did today. The second he was sent off, you could see it gave Slovakia a massive boost, and it kind of knocked the wind out of our sails a bit. And Slovakia got the equaliser. We knew it was coming to a degree. We tried to stop it with tinkering tactically to cover the defensive gaps, but they were just too strong in the end when it became 11 versus 10. But I definitely think 11 v 11, we stood a real good chance of holding on and picking up the win. But we've got that point on the board, which is what I said to you guys before was what we were aiming for. We managed to get that point on there, and now we need to build. Obviously we go to Belarus in the next match in a few days time, and we need to really kick on and sort of build on this. And I think we can. I think we could possibly go up against Belarus and at least add to the points tally with a point. But we have to go away now. We have to prepare ourselves for the match without Maxim. Welcome back. Today we have Belarus versus Luxembourg. Luxembourg picked up their first point and their first goals in the last game. Joachim drops to the bench. Benzi is in up top today. Bastos starts on the left of the attacking 3. Payal, the goal scorer of the second goal, also comes in, and replacing Shanot at the back is the captain Blazy. Here's Pereira. He sends it forwards. Dealt with easily there by Belarus, and now come forwards with the ball now. Playing it around well, Belarus, in these early seconds of the game. Here's Alexander Chleb. Still Herbie's had a shot. It's a good save from Jobert. Good save. Here's Salcido. To Benzi. Payal. Pereira out to the wing. Here's Bastos, the former Bolton man. He's played it in. Pereira. Oh, they've done them there. It's Benzi to go! 22 minutes on the clock. What a move from Luxembourg, and a fantastic bit of interplay from the forwards there. Distraction technique. Pulled the defenders in here. Look at that. Benzi capitalises on the mistake there and smashes it past the goalkeeper. You have to give it to Saido there. He pulled everybody out of position. Here comes Saido. He sends it across. Oh! Close to 2-0. Here's Blazy. Schnerler. Payal back to the goalkeeper. Thumps it forwards. Here's Saido now. Still Saido. Saido. Oh, he's done his man. He's found his teammate. Here's Saido again. Holding the ball up well, Luxembourg. He could play the ball in here. He's decided. He's sent it across to Pereira. Belarus closing them out easily here at the moment. And here's Much. And that's it. A 1-0 win for Luxembourg. Obviously, absolutely fantastic result. Really, really proud of the boys. I thought Pereira in the middle was fantastic today. His passing was superb. Very much deserving of the Man of the Match award. To get on the board, I think it was rough. I think I heard roughly from what I'd seen on the TV, we had about 67% of the possession. We really, really controlled that game today, and they did exactly what we asked of them, and that's what we need them to do. We stifled Belarus a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, they had their chances, they had their opportunities, they could have got a couple of goals themselves, and we could have added to our tally, but absolutely sensational performance from each and every single one of the boys today. And that puts us now level on points from Macedonia, I believe, so after their draw with Slovakia today, so we've caught up with them and we're just 3 points behind Belarus now, so it gives us that opportunity to maybe not finish bottom of the group if we can, lift ourselves above Macedonia. That's our aim now. We don't want to be bottom. That's the main aim of what we want to achieve. We don't want to be bottom of the group. And that's, getting 4 points from 2 games. Our first 4 points in the qualifying campaign this year is a massive, massive step for this football nation. So, it's all relevant, and people may laugh and think, "Oh, you're bottom of the group with 4 points," but we could have finished this group bottom with no points at the end of the qualifying campaign. So, I'm really pleased and proud of everything that we've achieved so far. And going forwards, you'd like to think it can only get better and brighter for us. So we need to keep focused, keep concentrating, and move on to the next game, and concentrate on getting above Macedonia. And hell, who knows? We could even catch up with Belarus and even overtake them. It'd take a bit of a miracle. I think we'd need to get points against Spain on the final game to pull that out of the bag, which is highly doubtful, considering the way they're flying through the group at the minute. They're going through it like a hot knife through butter. So it's going to be doubtful that that's going to happen, but you never know. I mean, we've surprised everybody by picking 4 points up in 2 games. I suppose it's football. Anything could happen. David can very often come along and kick Goliath straight in the bread maker. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But we're looking forward to it. We're all buzzing, to say the least, from the last couple of games. So it's a shame that the international break has come to an end now, because we want it to carry on. We think we could win the group if it started again now. So, but seriously, though, going forwards, we're really pleased with what we've achieved, and we hope we can achieve some more going into the next games.
So following on from Paul House owning 2 games in charge of the Luxembourg national team, they picked up their first 4 points, scoring their first few goals. A fantastic turnaround in a short space of time that put them in a good place to move off the bottom of the group and actually end the campaign on a high. Coming up would be 2 very difficult games against Belarus and, most importantly, against runaway group leaders Spain.
Luxembourg would be very keen to avoid another 6-0 defeat, another heavy hammering, and would want to put in a good end to the campaign that has been brightened up by the arrival of the new man from England. So join us next time as we have a look at those last 2 games of the qualification period, and then have a look at see what the future holds for Luxembourg and Paul Howarth going forwards into the World Cup qualifiers. For now, this has been World Football TV. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.